heat. No. So the thing to remember with this picture is that this angle is quite steep here, following the line of the wooden beam there. So this one is not as steep, and this one goes up. So the vanishing point is sort of at the edge of your paper, but don't worry about putting vanishing points in. But as long as you're aware that that's where the vanishing point would be. Left hand side, obviously vanishing point would be right over here to the left, and these just, again, that tapers up a bit, and these all again come down. So again, hold your pencil nice and loosely, and I'm going to start off with this block in the front here. So quite a steep angle, and then we've got that really steep area. So nice light touch initially to help you get the position and everything in. Lots of beams on here which we will put in as well. Let's just get the structure of the building down first of all. You don't want to add lots of detail until you make sure that you've got it looking like it would stand up, even though this is pretty old and has sagged a bit. Don't bother rubbing things out, because we're going to rub out the pencil eventually when we put the ink on. Yeah, they're very handy for things like that. So we've got this lamppost here as well. Not going to put the rubbish bin in. Bit of artistic license, you see, we don't have to put everything in. I'm putting the nice lamppost in because that's quite nice, but I'm not putting the probably won't put the railings in. But I think the bollards is quite nice. It takes railings. I'm not put put the rail.
Oh, well, yeah, there's that grey
bin.
Is it?
No.
Well, I'm not putting the bin in, but there's like a removable bollard.
Oh yes, don't put that on. No, don't put that in. We don't want the removable bollard in. So begin Have you been to the Guildhall?
I've been
Yeah.
inside it, yeah. I
Yeah?
went to watch one of those candlelight.
Oh right,
concerts.
yes, yeah, they're nice, aren't they? Yeah. Yes, it's a lovely old building. That's where I do the craft there at Christmas. It's very cold, obviously, because there's no real heating. You have to take lots of layers, hot water bottle, fan heater. Lovely. And the panes of glass are obviously very small. Tree sort of comes up over there. It's really just repeating with each of the sections on the left hand side are really just the same. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just trying to get a suggestion of it down relatively quickly. It looks a bit daunting at first, but if you just take your time. Oh, I'm not much room from the door. I know where my elephant's going now. It's going at the magazine, just the Newark Gateway. So it's found by the university, De Montfort University. Yeah, yeah. So 14th, couple of weeks.
How long is it on for?
Till September, so quite long enough time to go and have a look, follow the trail. So there, I think the furthest one away is going to be at the Space Centre. So they're all, I suppose the Space Centre isn't, you're not going to walk there, are you? You'd have to drive there, but most of the others are going to be pretty central, which is good. difficult to be too loose, isn't it, when it's a structure? But you don't have to be too particular about getting everything sort of lined up and not using rulers. So it's good for sketching. It's it warms you up for sketching. When you're on the beach, you've got all those life models sitting around you without many clothes on. You can take pictures of that, do a bit of figure drawing. So I'm going to use about number 2, number 4 waterproof pen. So we'll add the main parts of the structure in. We'll go in with some watercolour and then we'll go back in with some colour. Doing that in acrylics. Just what? Just white. Yeah. Right, so start putting my ink on now. Got the structure there, so
Oh, specific problem here. Can I borrow a little bit of that?
you can. Same with pencils. Then yellow, one that's slightly open. Put one in there. Yeah.
Oh, this weather makes my head itchy.
Does it make you feel like you want to shave it all off?
Yeah, definitely.
Using the fine lines of the pen to suggest the wood of the beams. Little panes of glass, because that's all they could probably make in those days. A bit of artistic license and not putting quite so many panes in the windows. And so the nice thing about this is it is old, it is going to be a bit wobbly, so your lines being wobbly just helps to create the character of the building. This is quite a big beam across here, so it's a bit of underneath, you can see. You've got a drain pipe coming down here. It's quite an ornate drain pipe, so we will leave that in. Those beams to do last week, didn't you? These must be a bit of a theme going on. Did you say you were going to the summer exhibition?
What for me?
Did you say you were going to the summer exhibition?
Yeah, next Tuesday.
Oh, next
Karen.
Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Karen.
That should be nice. Well, I hope it's a bit cooler.
What are you doing? 0.2 or 0.3? 0.1?
0.4.
0.4. I heard 0.3.
0.3, it doesn't really matter. right. That's pretty good then. Half an hour. I say everybody's virtually finished them, the drawings that we did last night and this week, so if we're putting perspective and vanishing points in and everything, it takes a lot longer because it's constructing and making sure that it is 100% right, which is always a bit harder when the building's old because it has moved, changed shape. You have to take all your friends to Leicester and point out your infamous saying on it, won't you, Karen?
Well, my dad's in.
Your dad's in. Yes, yeah.
My dad absolutely loved that.
Did he?
I made it into a Father's Day.
Oh, that's nice.
Absolutely loved it.
Oh.
Matt liked it as well because he's an ex-copper. Oh, did he? Yeah. Story like that.
Do you want one on the house? Oh no, that's right, you're not, are you?
But you
Retired copper.
Yeah, that's it. I got told off on Wednesday night, didn't I?
You did? But I'm not an ex-copper, I'm a retired copper.
Sounds like the Dead Parrot sketch. Was a police cadet back in, must have been the 50s, before he had to go into the army.
Oh, right, so what was that, national service?
Yeah, national service.
Right. Did he go back to the police? Or?
No, when he was in when he was in the army, he studied some insurance exams or financial exams, and
Yeah.
then went into life insurance.
Oh, right.
And he stayed there until he retired, or stayed in that industry until
Yeah.
he retired. Tries to meet up with a couple of his old army pals.
Really? That's
Still
nice,
going
isn't it?
strong.
Yeah.
Well, not strong, but it's still going.
So how old's your dad?
87.
Oh gosh, yeah, so. And is he fit and well?
Not really, no. Both my mum and dad have had a really rotten last 12 months or so.
Right.
Everything's sort of giving up. The worst thing is my mum can't speak.
Oh,
She had shingles
yeah.
at Christmas. Took her 6 weeks to get over it. And
to be done.
And that's
They've eliminated, so she's had a couple of things tests done. They've eliminated a stroke. They've done a chest x-ray, they can't see anything wrong with her chest, so, but she's been waiting since February for an ENT appointment. So I think that's the one that will hopefully make the diagnosis, and that's not until next week. So since February to now, dreadful, isn't it?
It is, when it's, you know, it's such a debilitating problem
Yeah.
that I would imagine she's pretty depressed by it.
Well, she's now had to start taking happy pills because it just,
Yeah,
she was so
must be sad.
distraught.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid there are a couple of poor old things now.
But
But
it can
they've done
happen.
well to get, you know, they were pretty fit, both playing golf up until 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So, you know, they've done really well. But
Are they down in Essex, is it?
Essex, yeah?
Is that where you're from?
I'm an Essex girl, yeah. Not your typical Essex girl, though.
Not your towny girl.
Only after a couple of glasses of wine. That's when it all comes out.
Ah, there's a dark side to you then, Karen.
So my poor mum is having to write down. She tries to say something, and if we can't understand it, which is unfortunately now most of the time,
Yeah.
she writes it down.
I've got a tree coming in here, so I will pick that up with pen later on. I just want to put the suggestion of the branch in there. Right, I've got most of that in. So we'll get the pencil out